Once upon a time, in the heart of a lush jungle, lived a mighty lion. This was no ordinary lion. His roar could shake the earth, and his presence commanded respect from all living beings. But despite his ferocious appearance and strength, this lion had a kind heart. One day, while he was taking a stroll through the tall grasses, he came across a little mouse who was trapped in a hunter's net. The mouse squirmed and struggled, but the more it tried, the deeper into the net it got tangled. Seeing this, the lion felt a pang of sympathy. He could easily kill the mouse and eat him, but something inside him, perhaps his motherly instincts, drove him to save the little creature. Gently, he began to lick the net until it was wet enough to break free. Then, with a swift bite, he cut the net and the little mouse was free. "Oh, thank you, kind lion," squeaked the little mouse. "You have saved my life. And though I am just a tiny mouse, if ever I can be of service to you, do not hesitate to call upon me." The lion smiled and said, "I appreciate your gratitude, little mouse, but don't bother yourself. I am strong enough to take care of myself." And with that, the lion went on his way, leaving the little mouse to scamper back to his hole. From that day on, the lion became known throughout the jungle for his bravery and his gentle heart. Many animals, big and small, came to admire him. But there were also some who envied his power and feared his strength. Among them was a sly and cunning fox who lived near the river. The fox was jealous of the lion's reputation and wanted to take it away from him. So one day, he hatched a plan and set it in motion. He went to the lion's favorite watering hole and cried out in pain, "Oh dear lion, please come quickly. I have been caught in a hunter's net and I cannot free myself." The lion, being a kind-hearted animal, immediately set off to help the fox. When he arrived at the river, he found the fox trapped in a net, just as the sly creature had described. Without wasting a moment, the lion jumped into the water and began to lick the net. The water around him turned to steam as the powerful lion lapped at the ropes. Soon, the net began to weaken, and with a final bite, the lion cut the ropes. The fox was free. But instead of thanking the lion, the ungrateful creature snarled, "Do not touch me, you dirty lion. You're covered with mud, and your breath stinks of fish and frogs." The lion, taken aback by the fox's rudeness, shook himself and replied, "What? After I saved your life, you speak to me like that? Are you mad?" "Yes, I am mad at you," retorted the fox, "for being a fool. Why did you come to save me? Don't you know I'm your enemy? I hate you and all your kind." With that, the fox ran off, leaving the lion alone in the middle of the river. The lion was deeply hurt by the fox's betrayal. He had risked his life to save the fox, and this was the thanks he got. Angry and disappointed, the lion shook himself free of the water and went back to his home, feeling miserable. As he walked along, he heard a familiar voice calling out to him, "Oh, mighty lion, please come quickly. There is trouble in the tall grass." Curious, the lion decided to investigate. He walked toward the tall grasses and saw a terrible sight. Hunter had set a large net and was trying to catch him. The hunter had laid out bait, and the lion, driven by his hunger, had unwittingly stepped into the trap. Now he was stuck and unable to free himself. The lion struggled and roared, but the more he struggled, the tighter the net became. Just when he thought all hope was lost, he heard a small voice say, "Don't worry, I'll help you." And then he saw the little mouse from before, along with several of its friends, scurrying about the net. The mice worked quickly, gnawing at the ropes and loosening them. Finally, with a combined effort, they cut the net and the lion was free. Breathless and grateful, the lion looked at the mice and asked, "How can I ever repay you for saving my life?" "Oh, great lion," squeaked the little mouse. "We are just doing what you taught us. When we saw you struggling, we knew we had to help. After all, you saved my life once, so it is only fitting that we repay your kindness." The lion was deeply moved by the little mouse's words. He realized that his decision to help the animals in need, no matter how small they were, had come back to him in a most unexpected way. From that day on, the lion and the mice became the best of friends. They would often play together in the tall grasses, and the lion would tell the mice stories of his adventures throughout the land. And whenever the lion felt down or needed a friend, he knew he could always count on the mice and their willingness to help. One day the lion was lying under his favorite tree when he heard a commotion in the bushes nearby. Curious, he got up and went over to investigate. What he saw made his heart sink. A troop of baboons was taunting and teasing a lone monkey, who was sitting on a branch above them trying to stay out of their reach. The baboons kept throwing sticks and stones at the monkey, who dodged and ducked to avoid being hit. "Hey, you stupid monkey," one of the baboons shouted. "Why don't you come down here and face us? We'll show you what happens when you mess with us." The monkey chattered nervously, trying to make himself look bigger and scarier. "Yeah, right," sneered another baboon. "You think those scary faces will scare us away? You're just a small, scared monkey, and we're going to teach you a lesson you won't forget." The lion watched for a moment, torn between wanting to help the monkey and not wanting to get involved in a fight with the baboons. They were known to be a troublesome bunch, and the lion didn't feel like dealing with them. Just then, the monkey turned to the lion and made an urgent plea. "Oh, mighty lion, please help me. These baboons are trying to hurt me, and I'm afraid they might attack me." The lion hesitated, weighing his options. But when he saw the fear in the monkey's eyes, he knew he couldn't just stand by and do nothing. With a loud roar, he charged toward the baboons, who scattered and ran away as fast as they could. The lion then turned to the monkey and asked, "Are you all right?" "Yes, thank you for helping me, oh great lion," replied the monkey. "Those baboons have been teasing me for days, and I thought they were going to hurt me." The lion nodded understandingly. He too had been teased and tormented by other animals in the jungle. He knew how it felt to be helpless and afraid. From that day forward, the monkey and the lion became close friends. The monkey was overjoyed to have found such a loyal and protective friend, and the lion was happy to have someone to share his experiences with. Together, they explored the vast jungle, sharing stories and laughter along the way. And whenever the monkey felt scared or threatened, he knew that the lion would be there to protect him. The lion, too, found comfort in the monkey's company. The monkey's playful antics and cheerful chatter always lifted the lion's spirits and reminded him of the joys of friendship and loyalty. As the years passed, their bond grew stronger. They faced many challenges together, but their friendship only became more resilient. In the end, it was the monkey's quick thinking and agility, combined with the lion's strength and courage, that allowed them to overcome every obstacle and live happily ever after in the lush green jungle. If you love this story, please subscribe. Our channel brings you the best moral stories that connect your soul. Keep watching Heart Connects Mind.